bro, I feel like if somebody pulled up on us right now, said, "Hey man, I got 500 M's,
M's.
500 million for you. What's the catch? You never listen to music again for the rest of this incarnation, the rest of this life. You can never listen to music again for 500 million. You taking the cheese?
I can't lie, man. Some people be like, yo, you crazy, but I'm not taking that money, bro.
You're not taking the 500 M's?
Yo, bro, the music is beyond any, it's priceless. Like the commercials, this t-shirt, $300. The shoes, $5. You know what I'm saying? Music,
Priceless.
priceless. Like some things can't be bought. That's like music. Like I think we met a divine soul. It says like two ways the souls can be touched. Shout out to Jamal, saying through sex and through music is how the soul can be touched. And yeah, like music is too powerful. It flows too much. It's like it heals you. It's healing. Like I'll be getting some more of that later, but for me, it's a nah, it's a dub, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not taking the bread. What you doing?
It sounds wild, when you think about 500 million, you really think about the things you can do with that, yada yada. Amazing, amazing things. However, I agree with what you're saying, bro. Music is everything. Music is everything. And music will with music you can make 500, 100, you can make however much money you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But even having that money and not being able to ever listen to frequencies, instrumentals, some of my favorite songs, nostalgic songs from being a shorty, like I'm cool, bro.
In my
I'm
head,
cool on that.
what comes to my head too, just thought about it's like, yo, just how far do they have this music really expanding to? Because like we were saying before, the way you talk, that could be a form of music. It's certain frequency, it could be a certain rhythm. They could be like, yo, you can't even hear niggas talk no more. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Like, which would
exactly.
be
And
crazy.
depending on who you're around, some people will start creating a song right as you're in conversation.
You gotta walk away.
You got one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
But we
nah,
gotta go turn up for the birthday.
no.
Can't even. Happy birthday to you. Can't even. I gotta walk out. I can't even hear that. You know what I'm
Right, bro.
saying? You're gonna cut out a big
Ain't no
chunk.
way. Ain't no
And
way,
then
bro.
think about it, like even when I grow up in the church, you know the stories. Who was the most powerful angel? They said what did my man's was? What was he? The angel of music.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
they said that was the most powerful because with music influence, you see how music influenced the world where we're in now. Like all over the globe. It connects people. Like that powerful thing you're telling me just for this bit of money? Nah, I couldn't do it, bro. I couldn't do it.
Man, music, bro. I feel like since I came out the womb, I've been hearing songs. You know what I'm saying? I've been hearing music. I remember being a shorty hearing pops playing music throughout this. And then too, my dad being a music head. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's
See,
up?
when you was in the movie
When
hearing
I'm in,
music,
thank you,
the
thank
mom
you.
heartbeat, that's a drum, nigga. Boom, boom,
That
boom.
anything mama listening to, anything, bro. This is you. That's a fact. But so even before coming out, we hearing music, vibrations. Like you said, our voice is a vibration. That's why we have certain songs where it's just like you get lost in the song.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't matter where you are physically. It's like that song, the artist's voice, the instrumental, the beat, it's taking you somewhere.
Yes.
It's taking you somewhere.
Man, I got a couple of questions that popped in my head within it all because music is just it can go so many places, right? So when it comes to like music, right? We're gonna get to all right. We're gonna get to this part because I want to talk about like being from Michigan. We get to hear different types of music, different type of formats.
Yeah.
There's so much to talk about. Is there a part, because we already said, and we ain't let music get out of our life, our reality. The different types of genres of music, right? We can get into what the effects it has, but I first want to tap into just a little bit, tap in more of yourself as far as the different versions of music that you listen to, but also how in the communities and stuff that we grew up, how there be certain type of music that you probably wouldn't listen to because of where you're at.
Because
You know
of
what I'm
the
saying?
environment. Man, this is a great question, bro. Great question. So first, I agree. For whatever reason that is, programming, environmental, the people around you, I've always remember feeling like certain music I listen to when I'm by myself, when I'm with my homeboys, when I'm with a female, when I'm with family or
Yeah.
parents, you know what I'm saying? Because different genres, but different subject matter of what these songs are talking about. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson, since I was a shorty, my first cassette was Bad. That album. And so just hearing like Man in the Mirror, hearing what he's talking about, you know, I felt like that song itself was touching.
Man.
It doesn't matter where you are in the world, what language you speak. That's a message of look at yourself in the mirror. Any changes you want to make in the world, you make within yourself. Powerful. I could play this around mama, granny, everybody. Then, you know, getting a little bit older. Okay, now I want to hear some Jay-Z. Now I want to hear some Nas. That's more so, you know, when I'm with my homies or from Solo Dolo. Mama ain't trying to hear all of that.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I wasn't supposed to be hearing some of this, but you know, it is what it is. It's all good, Mom. You see how it turned out regardless. But well, with different genres, man, it's like there's a different style of music or type of music for whatever mood you're in, whatever you're trying to feel. And so the last thing I want to say to finish up the question is, as when I was younger, I was more conscious about playing certain music around certain people.
Yeah.
As I've evolved and I've grown, now if you're around me, you're in my space. If I want to hear Luther Vandross, you're gonna hear Luther Vandross. If I want to hear Bob Marley, you're gonna hear Bob Marley. If I want to hear a rock and roll classic, you gonna listen to that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got a question though, right? You saying that, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure. I'll just ask the question. Are you listening to some? Are you gonna drive in the hood? You know, back home in the hood and listen to like the Waffle House from the Jonas Brothers.
Now, yes.
But in the past,
100%, bro. Like
now
100%
you will.
now. No, nothing. No worries. In the past, no. In the past, no. I might turn that joint down a little bit as I'm going through a certain section. Like, yo,
Hit that red light, nigga.
But we laugh, but it's literally it's just worrying about what other people think. You know what I'm saying? Other people's perspectives. Just judging yourself.
Yes.
Like at the end of the day, you know this is what you like, and your soul resonates with it for a reason.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, and also too with some of those different types of genres, bro. You see which certain genres get pushed, and others are just either not getting pushed or I didn't know nothing about electronic music until I was an adult. I didn't know more pop. I didn't know these, you know, jazz, tapping more into jazz. Like I would hear it a little bit when I was younger, but
it's not very prevalent in your reality.
And where we grew up at, the main thing I'm hearing is hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. I love hip hop, of course, but there's some messages in some of this hip hop that be having people out here on foolery, demon time, wilding, because of how powerful it is. These messages in the conscious and the subconscious.
Yes.
And when people love music, we listen to music so much. Folks can be programming themselves with messages in different energies that they don't even have any clue, don't even realize whatsoever.
Man, I'm gonna say that it's like I'm gonna hop on that chariot, like you're saying, it's like as I got older, right, and you know, becoming more conscious, more aware of being present of just like the little things, just even the music. Like, what are the lyrics that's being said? You know, what am I? Because it's like watering yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're watering certain seeds. It's like I heard this one post was like, "Yo, I see why we are who we are as a people right now. Like, clubs are not really the same because we want to go there and have fun, and enjoy, have a good time. But all we hearing is, I killed this, blast him, 30 rounds in the clip, banana clip, half a moon, switch, you know? So you're hearing death when you're trying to be enjoying stuff. And then the frequencies within the beats. And let's get into, we're gonna get into a little bit deeper. It's like when it comes to music and like the healing aspects, right? So it's like, as you know, becoming more aware of certain things, and like 432 hertz, they say, resonates with the body. But within the music industry, they switched the foundation of the music and the hertz to like 440, which doesn't resonate with the body very well whatsoever. It kind of just actually is like fights the human resonance of where we flow at. So if they switch that up and the basis of the music foundation is 440 hertz, and that automatically in itself is not harmonizing with your spirit. So your body is at a fight. Then you include the lyrics that you put in, and on top of the other stuff they can put in to manipulate certain sounds. It's like not organic or real sounds that you're hearing, which is not helping you heal and be at ease and at a harmonious frequency. So like even those play a role within music being how powerful it truly is, how it can be weaponized. It's like when there's times when you're not, like you said, may not be feeling happy, but you hear certain music, hear a certain sound. It may not even be the lyrics. It could be the frequency, the harmony of what the tunes are, what you're hearing with that. It's like my dad, when I was younger, I'll never forget, Bittersweet Symphony. Beautiful song, by the way. But in the beginning, you hear. My dad was like, "Yo, you hear that? You hear that? You hear the instruments?" She's like, "Now that's music. You hear that sound?" And from then, yeah, like you can hear, you can feel, especially tap in more with yourself. Because tapping in more with yourself, you're tapping in more with music in itself. Also, you're gonna feel it to a different level. That's why you get goosebumps because it's really tapping into your being. So it's like literally. With you. So it shows us how powerful music is, the healing aspect of it, how it can be used as a weapon, and how we can use that as a mirror. What music we listen to see where we're probably stating at in this point, because we're listening to these certain music because we're resonating with it. When you're sad and happy, you probably listen to slow songs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm missing you. You know what I'm saying? Because shorty to the left, the dude on the left, you connect into that, you resonate to that on a deep level, true reflection. When you're happy and you're like, you probably listen to something that's higher vibrational, that's dancing, that's moving. So if you really are conscious, more present, like I didn't do myself, I'm like, all right, damn, why am I playing this on repeat? I like the vibrations, the frequency of it. I'm tapping into that, but what is being said in here? And a lot of times when I actually sat down and listened, I'm like, oh man, this is a reflection. This is a mirror or something right here that's speaking to me.
That's powerful, bro. But that's what you're saying is like you're taking the time to sit with yourself and ask those questions, which is very important. And you also say using music as healing versus weaponizing. If you are not conscious of self and what you are listening to, it can be being utilized as a weapon. And you have no idea.
The movie, they clone Tyrone in the
club. If you ain't seen They Clone Tyrone, go check that shit out. My goodness gracious. there's some gems in there. But yeah, bro, that music, man, so if you're not realizing that it's being weaponized, especially on a conscious level or a subconscious level, it could be the slightest thing in the beat, in the instrument, in the instrumental, you don't even hear it. I know Kanye had touched on it. He's touched on a lot of things in different interviews, but I remember him talking about the 808.
Yep.
The 808 and what that does to us. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So things like that, once you become more aware, then it's easier to say, okay, this music makes me feel good. This is healing vibrations. This is putting me in this type of spirit. I feel like, bro, you show me your phone, show me your playlist, and that's gonna tell me a lot about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna tell me a lot about who you are in this time.
Yes.
How you rocking.
Yes.
No judgment. You know what I'm saying? You want to listen to whatever you're listening to, but that is a clear representation, in my opinion,
I'm a chariot on that. This small thing is really just about you, because it made me think of when I was in the whip. We was going to a basketball thing, and I never forget. It's the first time I really heard "All I Need Is One Mic." It was in the backseat of the whip, and you knew the words, you knew the lyrics. But if being where I am at now, and knowing what I know, that was right there. That was like I would say a prelude. That's what I meant. But like it's showing me. It's like a little trailer of what you're gonna be. Where you're gonna be. Because what does Nas talk about? What is if you resonated with Nas at that age, at that point in time? those type of lyrics are resonating with you, rocking with it,
Yes.
there's gonna be a high chance that you're probably gonna turn into a person that has a certain mind, a certain being that Nas has. Because he was talking about ancient history
Knowing
and
thyself,
knowing thyself and all these things from
hieroglyphic, he
then.
been tapping in.
So
Yeah.
that right there in itself, if you're saying what you're saying, like damn, like I could have seen Miles return into the Miles that he is today if he resonates with that music at that point in time.
Man, that right there. And I don't to counteract that. It doesn't have to be. I don't want no. You can still change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can change what you listen to. I've met people who when they're shorties, all they listen to is trap. All they listen to now when I see them, they own frequencies,
Yep.
pop music,
Yeah.
electronic, things. And we see it too
Mhm.
with the collective consciousness.
Yep.
Getting more into Afro beats.
I'm
You know what I'm
piano,
saying? Amapiano.
music of the future, of the now and the future.
And it's like I'm loving it. Me
Yeah.
personally, I'm loving it, especially because I know that this killing niggas and I fucked all of that shit. That's just it's
They done
we getting up out of
weaponized
that.
it, and now you see it's dying.
Man,
You can
bro.
see it.
Man, bro.
You
It's
see
like, yo,
it.
the ones that really got things to talk about is coming more to the forefront. Also, too, I want to say this, piggyback off how you mentioned, especially being in the States. Boy, oh boy, was it such a difference being in the States, going out to the clubs, going out to the parties, versus going out in Mexico or even here in Colombia, especially.
Man, bro, I was literally just talking to the dog about that yesterday,
Bro,
bro.
it's a whole
Like, literally,
different, it's
like
a
the
whole
energy, the
different
vibration,
experience.
especially the music. Like you said, the music. I was
Mhm.
like, bro, you go to events here, like when the homies are DJing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Gods. You know what I'm saying? Breakfast in Vegas,
Breakfast in
Yanni and
Vegas,
Kurt. You
Yanni
know what I'm
and Kurt,
saying?
the
The Brodies. Bro, like they really, the energy there, the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the goddesses, the guys, like they're really there. You know, dancing is healing. So the music is really there. They're really dancing. They're interacting. It's a whole different vibe compared to like we go to the club in the States. Like
It's
nigga,
like these chilling on the wall with the drink.
shorties ain't really trying. They ain't really trying to dance.
Some of the
You know what I'm
goddesses
saying?
that have not been to the States, they can't believe it when you tell them this. Like they're like, wait, I never forget being in Cali with some goddesses. As soon as we get in there, I'm like just a tad bit on some. I don't know. I only know the word to call. I was just kind of chilling, trying to peep out the scene. But as soon as we get in there, they run to the dance floor, like getting it in, like how you would dance in the shower,
Like when
dance
we
in
was
front of the
younger,
mirror, like,
going to like teen clubs.
yes, bro,
Niggas is
with
there to go.
no care. So for me, that was such a profound moment because it was like, yo, this ain't the States, bro. This ain't this is a discoteca. We're coming here to dance.
Yes.
And then I was in Cali where salsa is capital is for salsa dancing. So like, so once I'm telling the goddesses afterwards, like, yo, thank y'all for this experience and for helping me get out my shell and just and move
Just
my
be,
body and just be without no judging whatsoever. And then when I was telling them like, yeah, back in the States, this is how the club. They like, wait, what? Y'all go to the club just to drink and look at each other and
Get a table.
rock your head back? Like, yeah. I'm like, shit sounds wild, right? Because it is wild.
Yeah.
Because it is
Think
wild.
about it in the States, bro. Like you talked about the music, it's like it's not in harmonious of that type of flow to be joyous, to be dancing and flowing with,
more so
you
like
know,
on demon time, like some
Listen.
type of
Yes.
confrontational.
Yes.
It's like, man, why he keep looking over here, man? Like,
You got a few songs
bro,
that's
it's all
dance
these
songs.
goddesses in here, man, and you worrying about that guy?
What that nigga
What
wearing,
is you
how he
on?
stand. And he's only gonna find a couple songs that's probably gonna be played that's gonna be a dance song. But even within that, you ain't probably gonna find it that actually are going to dance.
And then we can't even talk about the phones. Instead of enjoying, mugs want to be in there like these. And then mugs don't want to dance because they worried about somebody recording them and putting them on their Instagram story and all of that
So
shit. And put them. That's why we see certain parties and stuff. Yo, we taking your phones so that you can have a good time. And enjoy yourself.
Yes, 100%.
Man.
But that's why, like you said, like here it's different. One, the music that gets played, the environment, the culture, it's much different environment. That's why the energy within there is different. Like getting back to like the source of the music. Like I know, like I talked to one of the homies, the guys. I remember there's at one point I was in Mexico, we were talking. I was like, yeah, bro. Right now I'm in a stage of like, man, I'm on my alternative rock more so right now. I was like, the frequency of it is lighter. It's a lighter energy. I want to be in a different flow. So like, there's times where we may be going back. I'm on the moto, going back to the house, and I'm like, all right, no rap music today, or no R&B. My spirit wants to hear like, you know what I'm saying, alternative rock. You know, I want to hear like the Fray. I want to hear Coldplay. I want to hear those type of flows of music because of the frequency that is flowing me. It's resonating for the energy of the day. It's all connected. And there's the days of like, nah, I'm listening to my Spanish vibes. I'm listening to my piano vibes because a different frequency can put you in different states of being. You know what I'm saying? It's like different states of consciousness that music can flow you in.
100%.
If I'm smoking, I'm getting more sensitive. I'm going to meditate. I'm not going to listen to nigga be right here. I'm not going to listen to DMX. You know, some love to people. Rest in peace to DMX. Rest in Nirvana DMX. I'm not going to listen to that. I'm probably going to listen to some frequencies. I'll listen to Andre 3000 Flute album if I'm going to be in a meditating before I'm going to listen to that.
Amazing
Because it's the different states of being that's going to put me in the different frequencies. And also it reminds me of, I remember just being truly more connected within the wisdom and knowledge of music. It's like with Triple X, you know, Live It Up in Nirvana, Triple X, how you say, Extension?
Extentacion.
But he said it to in the interview. It's like, yo, I know certain frequencies to be used that can cause certain interactions. How you're gonna react with it? Your body's gonna react with it.
So I can get young as shit giving those gems.
Man was giving a lot of gems. Like you said, study the laws of the universe. We get back to music. He said it before. You know what I'm saying? He's like, even in an interview, he's like, I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to say too much because you know how the system goes. You know, but that said a lot. He's like, but pretty much from there, he's like, gave the knowledge, like, yo, there's certain hertz or frequency I can put my music on that's going to cause certain things with you. Going to cause you to act a certain way. So that just shows you right there just how powerful music is and how we resonate with it. And then I want to get to just how healing it is, and how there was a time where I actually got to truly feel the healing power of these instruments. But I want to get to this story that just popped up. Spirit wanted me to say this story. So it was a story I came across a couple years ago. They said there was like some black goddesses, right? They worked at this one place, and these people were trying to pretty much get them sick. They're poisoning them. But every day they'll come back to work joyous and happy and alive. And the person was trying to figure out, well, how are these women coming back here still like lively? Come to find out, shout out to Copper. You know, on the what is the cassettes? But no, not the cassettes. But you know what are they called? The vinyl, the joints, the cassette players, not cassette. You know what I'm talking about?
Damn, vinyls, they're like a record player.
The record players, yeah. So
it's a name
within those, the needles that was being used, there were copper needles. So the copper on the witches caller, as the music's playing, the copper is releasing healing energy. So after they were getting off of work, they were playing their music on the thing. They said that's actually one of the reasons they changed it. They changed it, you know, got that copper needle out, and eventually they went the cassettes, and they went the CDs. It's getting away from the natural healing properties that the music was able to do, especially with the copper needle. So as I said, that just to show, you know, the healing properties of what it's capable of, and how something just as a copper needle on the witches call it can be healing to the body.
That part.
Get into my ceremony I did. With Jorge actually. It was the second time he was gonna do it, I did it with him. But while I'm in it, you know, I hit the medicine, I'm in my flow. The spirit is talking. And Zoo comes with like the triangle thing.
Yeah.
And she goes, ding. Bruh, it was like my blood started to boil, but healing. I sensed it. I felt it. It was like, I sparked the fuck up. And I wanted to tell her, yo, get my back, get here.
Get right here.
Get here.
I feel all of this.
Get here. But I can't speak in English. The spirit's ancestors don't want me to speak in English. So I can only say it that 2 seconds. I'm hoping she gets it. Back. You know what I'm saying? And then Jorge's like, oh, I think he wants you to. I'm like, yes. Yeah. And then she goes, I can feel it. Oh, I'm just all over my body. My whole body just is vibrating and in unison with that. Even my tongues change.
Once you have an experience like that,
even my tongues change. No
going
back.
It is because you felt
you
that.
You could truly feel the healing energy from that instrument right there in real time to the fullest extent, because you're the most sensitive you're going to be outside of getting to that state yourself. You know what I'm saying? And there was one other time, felt it again. I'm in New York. We went to go see, went to Harlem.
Okay.
Went to go pull up on the Apollo, went to walk by, the homie was in town, bro, he's gonna get married. And really the Brody, my dog Keith, his brother he always been connected to New York. So he wanted to go to Harlem, wanted to see the Apollo.
Okay.
We're walking down the street, you know what I'm saying? 2 minutes in, the dude just kind of stops and like supposed to start talking. The homies keep walking. He's like, yeah, I performed at the Apollo.
He was talking to you?
Talking to me. He's like, I performed at the Apollo at like a amateur night. So I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to stop and listen.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, I played the flute. And he pulled the flute out. Goosebumps. I felt the healing energy from the instrument like
Right
that.
away.
I said, oh, I was like, oh my God, I can feel this. I can feel it. You know, it's after I done did the ceremony, so I'm tapped in more, but I was like, oh, I can feel this energy, like from the true instrument, the healing properties of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why, you know, once you know this and you know that you can use this music and these tools, it's the tools, you can use it for your benefit. You can use it to manifest. You can use it for affirming. That's why you hear those frequencies behind the people saying, I am enough, I am great. It's flowing, it ties in deeper, it gets into your soul. It intertwines with your soul, those affirmations, those mantras.
Yes,
because
sir.
the music behind it, if music and sex is what truly can connect with the soul, then that's why you have the music behind those mantras, the music behind those affirmations, so it can tap into that subconscious, tap into that source code that's what you are and what you move with within this reality. I would say, has there been times where you felt that healing energy, like maybe through sound bowls or something like that before?
Sound bowls for sure. In Mexico, I bought my first sound bowl, and that's when I truly knew. Like you're saying, you truly experience it. It's one thing somebody can tell you, you can read about it, you can hear about it, but once you experience it and you feel it, you know you're not bugging. You know you're not like that's. And then to me, it makes even more sense. Like you said, they went from we've been under attack, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you go from the copper needle to cassettes to internet streaming shit, MP3, all of that, and then now it's just like we pull out our phones and play some music. But playing that song from our phone is not the same as hearing that in the studio or how it was truly created. So it's like depending on the headphones you're listening to.
It's like the music that they cut you off, like the music cook up. Like you watch movies, you talking about Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You see the Jackson 5, they show them cook it up. They in a room.
Mm-hmm.
You got the real piano,
Mm-hmm.
you got the real violin,
Real
the
instruments,
real drums. You got the real instruments in there making these noises, these sounds to create the music harmony. But now you're in the studio. It's all electric. I'm gonna download this piano sound that's resonates as similar
it's
to
a
that.
difference. No matter how good it sounds, it's a difference. It's a difference.
Ooh, I can imagine being in a room of those real instruments meditating and all being played, compared to being in the room where it's just the speakers.
Bro,
What's it called being
totally
played?
different, man. Totally different. One of my homies, DG, he big music head, but he always keeps vinyls. He continues to listen to vinyls. And he's just like, bro, no matter how much I like something, if they don't have it on vinyl, like, cause that's how I can really hear it.
My goal is to get one and get that copper tip.
Man, it's like it's just different.
You know what pops in my head too? Just the power of music, the power of sound. Right? I came across this. There's like, there's like nothing is faster than the speed of light, right? Say false. It's like technically in the Bible there was the word, right? And the word was God, and then God spoke, and then there was life. It's like technically we could be faster than the speed of light. Sound could be faster. So sound in itself creates, if you're saying that sound in itself is creating life, it's creating light. You know what I'm saying? It's
Power of the tongue,
so
bro.
if sound and what is sound? Sound, that's music. It's still music. It's a sound. It's a what's called. So that it is sourcing, projecting out life in itself, its being. It shows just how powerful and how magnificent that music is. So hell no, niggas ain't taking no money.
Remember the other day? Remember the other day too when you mentioned Andre 3000's Flute album, and you mentioned the flute in New York, and we just heard my man playing the flute on the bench
Yes.
at a park the other day.
What did we do?
Stopped us in our tracks.
All
bro.
three of us.
We was I believe we was in mid conversation. We just stopped. In that moment, it's like time didn't matter. It's just like I got lost in this trance of him playing. It was
The
beautiful.
ceremonies, that first ceremony, the goddess, the homie's goddess was the baby.
Yeah.
The flute, the music, you know, it just takes me to like, you see, like even in all these, we call it indigenous cultural places that when they're tapping into higher frequencies, dimensions of being, you know, these seances or whatever that they got going on. What music is being played, you know, around the fire, the elements, the music is being played. And like, oh man, you know, just popped in my head, tying the music and how it can be healing also, but also how music can help you. It's going to correlate with, you know, with its espousers, sposo dance. Say dance and music, you know what I'm saying? They're married, right? But like when you hear music and you start to dance, you get that's like the fastest way you want to say get into a flow state. What a flow state feel like? Dance.
Without judging, like literally letting.
Because you're not thinking, you just move and you flowing with the music. You're one with the music. Like you said that one time with the goddess Ataraxia, when she came in, she was just
it's like
just resonating with the music and just
like gets into
starting
that
to feel it. Really be one with it, and that's healing. When you just dance and that's healing to the soul. That's why you get down, you leave the club, especially when you actually got to dance. You feeling good, you vibrating.
You're healing the others around you too. It's not even just you. It's like
everything's connected. Everything's connected. You see, you're in the dance, you at the house, you might be cleaning, you vacuum, you sweeping, music on you. You over here dancing, singing, what's call it, vibing.
And then I know we was talking about this a few days ago. I feel like it's so interesting how, as much as we love music and different songs, we all have certain parts of certain songs that's like, oh, this is my part right here.
Yes.
Where the beat might change, the melody, something changes, and it just like grabs you. And we was talking about how like, damn, that was only 30 seconds. Like I gotta run that back, or I gotta rewind that part, bro. I've done that so much, and I kind of used to think I was bugging when I was younger doing that. But now it's just like, yo, I just want to loop this frequency that I'm hearing because of how it's making me feel, what I'm tapping into, and that just continues to give me an appreciation for music.
You just came to my mind when you were saying that. It correlates with it, but slightly different. It's like, okay, are there any tips that you have? I'll give one that I've come across that can be utilizing music and sound to heal the body, right? Like you just said, dance, right? But like when I went to Cartagena and I did the yahe, the ayahuasca. There was a goddess there that did it, but she does one of her practices and her healing modalities is you're in the pool, you're in water. She has the sound bowl, and then you're in the water because you know water holds memories. She has the sound bowl playing within that water, and you're floating. So it's like it's truly healing your body, healing your spirit, your soul to another level. Are there any like certain things that you may do or that you may have came across as far as using music or sound in a beneficial way, like being truly intentional with, like, all right, this is going to help me with this or that you came across?
100%. Great question. First, I'm going to say, once I started, and I'm still learning, still growing, once I started to understand the difference between the conscious and the subconscious, I play either affirmations, sometimes as I'm trying to expand my Spanish, play Spanish, things while I'm sleeping to intentionally program myself. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's these affirmations, whether it's sound bowl. So that to me, that's a cheat code because the subconscious never turns off. It's a tape recorder constantly going. We're hearing everything as we're talking. Our subconscious is hearing everything going on. So that's one way I would recommend whether it's in your headphones, your TV, whatever. And then aside from that, for me, I'm the type where when I like the music from an artist, I like to try to get to know them to an extent. Understand the inspiration behind this music. For example, 103,000. Like, he's somebody, I've never met this brother in person, but the way he seems to live his life correlates with the music that he puts out. You know what I'm saying? So for me, if I feel like you inspire me, or I feel like we have similar type energy, that's gonna inspire me and promote me to want to listen to your music. So like for me, like Bob Marley gets me in a really good mood. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Bob, especially starting the day. So that's another cheat code I say. Be intentional with starting your rise, waking up. You know, whether it's affirmations, the type of music. But I don't recommend for folks to wake up, turn on heavy, loud music, or frequencies like either affirmations or some type of music that has a vibration that's going to put you in the space that you're trying to be in for the day.
Gotcha.
Intentionally.
But you said that. I'm gonna ask you a question. Since you're a hooper, is what type of music would you play before you went into that zone of getting on the court?
Ooh-wee. I love this question too because it's changed as I've grown. At first, when I was younger, just hardcore. You know what I'm saying? The turn up, even people that I don't like. I had talked about Andre 3000, like OutKast, Bombs Over Baghdad. It's a really loud song. Like it's a lot of shit going on. Had me like hype. Yeah, we finna get you. You know what I'm saying? On that type of time. But then I have other days where I'm like, I may just listen to frequencies, or maybe listen to some R&B or some soul, like something Marvin Gaye. I've listened to Marvin Gaye before games. Like it depends on how I'm feeling and honestly who I'm about to play against too. Sometimes will play a role. Like, what type of game is this about to be?
I got you. I got you. I can see that. 100%. I was like, I was the same way. Certain type of music before games, but then being conscious, I started being like selecting certain music of the flow I wanted to be in. Like before a game, like I may listen to the Lil Wayne, Kobe doing work. It's Kobe's mentality, how he's flowing. So it's more so to siphon off the Kobe energy that is what Kobe stands for. I'm like, all right, that's the mentality. So I was listening to that.
Energy.
So and before, it's always usually a certain type of game because basketball for me, that was like it's like the safe place to go to war. I can bring out the warrior side of me without like getting in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So like the certain music I would play is gonna correlate. Yeah, I have certain songs that I rock. Like ninth grade, I was big on the 10th grade thing. It was the Ja Rule and tell me and you and tell me
caught up with him
and then ninth grade before a lot of games, every game was the me and my hotel, the Cassidy with Tails, the hotel. Yeah, I fucked with that song heavy. You know what I'm saying? So those I usually had certain songs I would really rock with. I wanted to listen to. It just put me in a certain flow.
Yeah.
But also I'll say there's times where I like wanted to reprogram the flow, like you said, changing up to certain music. Like when it came to like the gym, right? Like before in the gym, like that's when I have the one playlist where it's like mainly like rap. You know what I'm saying? Like different artists. I'm in a different type of vibe. Lil Baby, all them, The Baby, people from back home, there's rappers. But then it was like, okay, let me speaking about like water in the soil, my energy. It's like, okay, if I'm being more intentional through and through with the type of flow I want to be in or what my subconscious is downloading. Like I said, even right now we're talking, but the music that we're listening to, if there's certain lyrics, my subconscious is going to be grabbing those lyrics. So if you're hearing like kill him, bang bang, my subconscious will be absorbing that. So we're absorbing this right now. So when I'm working out, I'm focused on working out, but instead of listening to my rap, I'm listening to Londrell. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to that breathe in love.
Thank
Breathe
God
out,
music.
love.
Mm.
You know, I am enough. I'm listening to these type
It's
of
powerful,
music,
bro.
and
While you're elevating
while I'm
yourself in the
elevating
gym too.
myself, so subconsciously I'm grabbing and I'm watering myself with what we consider in this world positive affirmations. It'd be
Yes.
positive water, electric water. It'd be like spring water. That's what electric compared to, or river water compared to just some purified water. You know, so I'm over here on an alkaline diet in the gym, listening to like Delon Drill. That's really speaking to my spirit. But it's like it's not my normal vibe. So off the rip, my spirit wants to go to where I'm used to because I'm in the habit of listening to the certain type of music. But I'm constantly like, no,
That's the
we're
reprogramming.
reprogramming,
Yes, sir.
rewriting
Yes,
because we
sir.
want to continuously to grow into who we're growing into because we're infinitely becoming at
And
each and every moment.
there's nothing wrong with you wanting to go back or that being the. It's taking the intention of okay, I'm reprogramming this now. Like, I maybe get that itch to listen to this, but this aligns more with where I'm going on the path that I'm on. So I'm glad you said that because it's not always easy, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, myself going to the gym, it's easy to throw on some hip hop. So I'm like, nah. It's still early in the rise, and I'm still setting my day. Let me hit these weights and get this exercise in while I'm listening to some.
Bro, you know, it just popped in my head while you was talking. A cheat code that can be healing for the body. That I want to actually start doing. Gotta get a sound bowl. Sorry about this, right? So it's like, all right, we got water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got electrified water. You know, we got a key lime in there, or some coconut water with a lime in there,
Charged up. It's charged
some
up
real
already.
water, or H32, anything. But then have that mug in a bowl or a sound bowl that mug up, and you giving attention to it.
Sheesh.
Then go
I ain't never thought
be
about
outside in the
that.
sun. Just came to my spirit.
I never thought
Sound
about
bowl
that,
that
bro.
mug up, charge that mug up
Man,
while saying some affirmations and some mantras
that
in
water
it.
gonna be so powerful,
Out
bro.
there in the sun, you know, shit, on that bowl, you can put some, have certain symbols, say pictures hold 1,000 words, certain symbols on there, so the water's gonna be absorbing those symbols. Like I said, if you got a water bottle, write some affirmations on it, put it on the bottle. The
It is
water's
what you say it
it's
is.
gonna hold the memory. It's gonna hold it
Yes,
all.
sir.
Just put that on it, spin that
So many
mug up,
cheat codes.
then drink that. Man,
So many
imagine how
cheat
that's
codes.
harmonizing with the body. That just we have to make that happen, man. That just popped in my head.
That's a divine idea, bro.
I think that was a gem we were supposed to share.
Stand out in the groove. Yeah, I'm never in the loop. All family, no crew. The only nigga from me, Benjamin Blue. Accountable, I ain't listening to. Nothing outside of myself, I'ma do me. You should follow suit. You can see it in my aura. I'm the gold in the room. I be pulling from the moon. Heard the starlight in you. Mind flowing like water. Stay glued to the soil. Fire in me, I'm boiling. When I'm gone.
I had to look in that selfie cam, get a new pic, develop who I am. Had to detach from my own genes, old habits, new lens, validate who I'm letting in. Gave too much, feeling less than. I finally know my worth and my value in a segment.
Love me the most when they praying on my downfall, hoping that I lose it all. Love me the most, even when they show me I'ma stand tall. Love me the most, the
Yo, I'm proud of us, Brody. We finally did this.
Oh God, we did.